name's Linda, I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and today we're going to be making a shadow box card. We're going to be using just one piece of A4 cardstock, some designer series paper. I'm going to be using this new bundle. This is the Free as a Bird, and the bundle is with the stitched nested label dies, and this is what they look like. They're really lovely. And when you cut them, when you actually die cut them out, they actually leave a mark on the outside as well, so you could use that on your card, and you've got a really pretty design around the edge as well. And the designer series paper that goes with this suite is absolutely gorgeous. It's really, really pretty. We were given a little piece of this when we went to on stage, and I really love it, so we're going to be using that as well. So I'm going to start with a piece of A4 cardstock and my trim applique, and we're going to cut this in half, so that is 14.9 centimetres. And then we're going to turn our first piece, and we need to get a little arm out, and we're going to cut one at 20 centimetres and the other one we're going to leave. And now we need to score this first one, so this is the 20 centimetre one. I'm going to score it at 10.5 and then put that to one side, and I'm going to bring my next piece in, and we're going to score this at 9.5, 10.5 and 20. So I'm going to fold this so you can see how the card goes together. Just folding and scoring. No, I'm not burnishing. I'm not scoring, I'm burnishing. And then you can see that this is going to make a little box. Just make sure you can see that. There we go. So that's going to make a little box. So I've burnished all my lines. I have my little tab piece on the left hand side, and I have my die here that I'm going to use, and I want to cut a hole in my card here. You could use any shape you wanted. You could use a circle, an oval, you could have like a big rectangle. I want this to go in the middle of these two score lines. I'm just going to run over to my big shot, and I'm going to cut that out. So I have die cut that piece now, and how pretty is that? You see, you've got a lovely piece there that you can use for another project, and you've got a lovely decorative edge to that piece. And so when it goes in the card, that is what you're going to see like this. So next, I need to tell you about my DSP. So I've already cut my DSP, and I have cut it 14 by 5 centimetres, and one piece is 10 by 14 by 5.5, and one is 9 by 14.5. So the smaller piece, which is this one, we're going to stick here. So our box is going to be like this, and we're going to stick that onto here, so you will see that when you open your card, you're going to see that lovely paper. And it should just have a little edge around it there, so it should fit in nicely. And so that will be how it looks. How pretty is that? So I also want to decorate the edge of my little hole there, and what I've done, if I can find it, here it is. On my Free as a Bird set, I have stamped out Memento Black some of these blossoms here, these two, and I have just coloured them in with my blend pens, and I've just used a bit of smoky slate, the light smoky slate, just on the shading, and then the Daffodil Delight, I've just put a little blob in the middle there. That's all I've done with my flowers, and I fussy cut them, so I fussy cut them all out. I've also used the leaf punch here and some old olive Old olive actually goes with the paper, so that's one of the colours that's been used in the DSP. And I'm going to stick these to the inside of this so that they're peeping out of my box. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to use some tear and tape. Okay, so I have, using the tear and tape, I have just stuck these on, going around the edge. So I've just put them on like this. Make sure that you can fold, so make sure your creases are still being able to fold. And I've just put tear and tape over the top. So this way we're not putting any glue, nothing's going to be sticky, because when it all closes together you don't want it to stick together. But this way we're just putting the tear and tape on, and obviously we're not taking the release off the back, we're not taking the release paper off. And I'm just going to leave it like that. So look how pretty that is. I've just left a gap there. And then on the front as well, the little blossoms that I cut out, I'm just going to arrange those randomly around the edge, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back of those. Okay, I'm going to put that to one side just for it to dry a little bit. It's still looking good. So when it folds over, that's what you're going to see on the inside of the card. And now I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. So I've cut out an old olive, one of these little nesting shapes, and a whisper white. And I'm going to stamp. Now, the Free as a Bird set does have some really lovely sentiments in, but I wanted a birthday one. So I've gone for my Picture Perfect birthday, as this is my favourite stamp set for sentiments. Trying to find it. There it is. And I'm using Early Espresso. And there we go. And we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of this, and we're going to put that one on top of that one. Okay, so I've mounted that up with my dimensionals, and I've put another couple of the little flowers that I fussy cut out just on the top there for a bit more decoration. So I'm going to bring in the first piece of cardstock that we had now, and we are going to fold and burnish. So when you open this, you'll notice that although the front is a normal size, the back is a little bit smaller. So it's a tad smaller on the back. So we're going to use other piece of designer series paper, and that is going to go onto the larger side. This is going to be the front of our card. Okay, I mean that is such pretty paper. And then we're just going to have this on the front there. And I really want it to be up the top there, but it's such a shame that my birds are there, so I might just put it down the bottom instead. So I'm going to put that down the bottom, but if the birds were down the bottom, I'd prefer to put that up the top actually. But it still looks nice. So that is the front of our card. Done. Okay, so now we're going to be doing the complicated bit, which really isn't that complicated. So we want to put this piece, the piece of the DSP, we want to stick it to this piece of our cardstock, and it should fit. These two pieces should be the same size. So there's our front of our card. This is our small flap, and we're just going to line that up. And there we go. Just going to rub that down with my bone folder to make sure it's nice and stuck. Okay, so now I've got a really long card. So we are going to put some, I'm going to put some tear and tape along here actually. Okay, so I'm going to take the backing off. Just having a quick look to make sure you can still see me. I've got a real habit of coming off camera. So taking that off, and then we have 2 score lines here. We want to fold it so that our card is now joining up with this side. So we're laying it down flat like this, and then this piece folds over, and then we can just stick that piece on, and then when it opens, there we go. So when it folds down, it looks like a normal card, and when we open it, you've got this really pretty inside, and then you can write your message here, or you could write your message here. You could actually stick something on there. You could do a bit of stamping on here as well if you wanted to. But basically, that is the card finished. I hope, and if I can find it, this will then fit into a normal envelope. So how great is that? And it's a pretty card. Open it up, even better. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my video channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.